Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of SO NWA, the podcast about serving others here in Northwest Arkansas.
That's right, everybody. I'm your host, Enrique. I'm here with my brother, Juan Carlos. We've seen the community change over the years, and we're also very proud natives of Northwest Arkansas.
That's right, guys. Each episode, we highlight the entrepreneurs, artists, and everyday people who make this area such a great place that they call home. We talk about anything from real estate to local businesses to restaurants to hidden gems and community stories. We cover it all.
That's right, guys. But we're not just podcast hosts. We're actually local real estate agents helping people buy, sell, or get connected here in Northwest Arkansas. So whether you're from here, you're new to the area, or you guys just love a good story, you're definitely in the right place.
Guys, yes. And if you ever need any help with your real estate needs, whether you're buying, selling, or investing, or want some recommendations for Northwest Arkansas, feel free to reach out to us. You can find us on Instagram at SO NWA Podcast or email us at sonwapodcast@gmail.com. But yeah, let's jump into today's episode.
Absolutely, guys. So today we got someone making serious moves here in the local real estate game. YB, the realtor, or Yair Benitez. He's known for a strong presence online. He's got a hustle first kind of mentality. He's been building that brand that goes just beyond or more than beyond just buying and selling homes. He's helping clients navigate the market to creating content that actually educates and motivates your folks. He's out here carving his own lane in this pretty competitive industry. However, he didn't start in real estate. YB, he also is a very young entrepreneur in the barber game. He's been putting in work behind the chair before leveling up into business ownership. And now, alongside with his partner, he owns, I believe, 3 barbershops right here in Rogers, showing what consistency and vision can really turn into over time. So whether he's closing deals or he's sharing some game or what day-to-day looks like as being a barber or real estate agent, he brings that energy, that consistency, and that real work perspective that a lot of people can learn from. So let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome, everyone. Yair Benitez, or YB the realtor or barber. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Enrique, congrats. You do such a good job at getting intros, bro. I swear.
Bro.
For the people watching this, I could not. It's challenging for me to read.
Smooth. He's like
smooth,
super
man.
smooth.
Bro, I'm trying, man. I gotta try, man.
Good.
Well, we got special guests here, man. We gotta make them feel honored, man.
No,
So I
for
try
sure.
my
It's
best.
an honor for sure. Like, being on not just this podcast, but like any other podcast, like whether it's, something local or, someone else's a bigger podcast,
Right.
it doesn't matter what podcast it is. It's still an honor to just be mentioned in anything,
Oh,
So,
yeah.
thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have been telling Juan Carlos about you and your story, and I've always had a big respect for you because you're a young kid, and we're similar in age. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
only 3 years older than you, I think, but I mean, you're a young entrepreneur, you're a hustler, and I think a lot of younger folks can learn and benefit from that. And so I told him, "Oh, we got to get this guy on here, bro. This guy."
I agree. We met. So YB and we all met for coffee about 2 weeks ago, and I would say that I can see a strong-willed and hustle mentality, and nice person. I mean, and that was just in the hour that we met each other. So I think I'm really excited for this episode, and also, I mean, just generally speaking, I'm very proud to just say from one gentleman to another, proud of the things that you've accomplished at your age, at this age, is very impressive. And even someone like myself is just itching to learn from, young or old. I think it's super important to kind of recognize those talents and traits and everything you've done for yourself. That I could say I'm just very proud to see that. So, man, good job, man. Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
how's everything been?
Man, it's been busy, for other people out there that, they're entrepreneurs as well and they want to do like multiple things at once. It can get very overwhelming sometimes, especially like with cutting hair and being a realtor. It's very similar. You have to find your own leads, and it's like you're cutting hair, you got to find your own clients, and then you're still doing the same thing in real estate.
Mhm.
So man, your phone is just, constantly just booming. It's just, dang, I gotta go take care of this guy, and then I gotta take care of this guy. It's like, holy cow, where'd I start?
Yeah.
So it's been a little bit overwhelming, but you know, busy is something amazing. So
It's a good problem.
Right.
it's a really,
Yeah,
really good
that's-
problem.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think it's super important for us to highlight that because I think many times people, when they think of, entrepreneurs or business owners, that we can just kind of do whatever we want. But in reality, that's not necessarily the case, right? We might have so many people that we're trying to help out and it gets so busy and it can get so hectic to where we
Yeah.
don't even really have time to truly find a good way to go about it the right way. But I mean, luckily with what we do, we have that
Yep.
benefit of figuring it out on our own. We're not stuck on a time crunch, I should say.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, we try to find the balance between servicing, our client and their needs, and then ours as well, because it can
Yeah.
be pretty much any time in the day, or just depending what it is. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool. That's good, man.
That's
So
the good
Yeah.
thing about being an entrepreneur, it's just you get your own little schedule, but it's like it's hard to manage your own schedule too,
Absolutely.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the freedom. Too much freedom sometimes is,
yeah,
Yeah.
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 It can take you away from maybe the people you care about the most, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
And that can be a
for
different
sure.
problem. But no, no, not no. I think all of us here probably do a good job at managing well. It seems like, because we
Yeah.
can carve out an hour or two for something like
Yeah.
this, or for
Mhm.
coffee that we had a few weeks ago, and I think we're doing good.
Yeah, for me, it's the Google Calendar, dog, or some
Oh
sort of
yeah,
calendar, at least for
Google.
me. That helps me. Like, if it's not on my calendar, I'll forget. You know what I mean? Even personal affairs, I'll throw on there, because if
Oh,
not,
for
I'm gonna
sure.
forget.
What do you use?
Man, I just hit up Siri. Hey Siri, put this down for the reminder, and
Okay.
they're just like,
Oh,
okay.
that's
I'll put
smart.
it like I don't know 3 or 4 days before, so
Yeah.
then it's like okay, I get it like a little notice before, and then it's like okay, I got this on. I'll get notified on Sunday for something that I have on Wednesday, and then the day before I'll get notified again. So I'll just put 2 notifications. I'm like, okay, I
Hey,
gotta be here.
that's
Got
nice,
it.
dude.
Got
It's
it.
That's
pretty
smart.
easy. It
Okay.
makes it
That's
easier.
smart.
I've been trying to see if I can do that with so I use Google Calendar, but be like, Siri, put this on Google Calendar. I don't think she can do that. I think she can just do it on Apple Calendar.
Oh,
But then I guess if she puts on Apple Calendar, it can sync to the Google
What
Calendar.
you could do is download. I don't have an iPhone. You can download Gemini on your phone, and that's linked
Okay.
to the Google Calendar.
Okay.
You could start using Gemini for that, the
Okay.
AI
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
assistant,
yeah.
and like, hey, Gemini, put this on my calendar, and
Okay. You know
it
what?
should work. I mean,
I'm gonna
AI is clutch.
dude,
Yeah,
I'm
oh
telling you,
dude, yeah,
I'm
dude,
telling you.
100%,
Shout out
100%.
ChatGPT or ChatGPT or
I know,
whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah, all of them, they
ChatGPT,
don't wanna get jealous.
Yeah.
Yours.
Gemini. What else is there?
Copilot,
Copilot. We have BrokerBot here in our
yeah, for
brokerage.
KW stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out KW.
It's true. Yeah, we're here at the KW podcast room,
Yeah,
so thank you.
yeah, dude.
But
AI does come in clutch, dude.
it does. Yeah, no, it's been good. All right, YB, some rapid fire questions. Early bird or night grinder?
Ooh. Um, Dang, man, I can be a little bit of both.
Okay.
It depends, like, obviously, like, going back to entrepreneurship, like, if you really wanna make it out in something, you gotta do both. You gotta start up early and end up late, and then
Mhm.
later on, you can be either an early bird or you can be a little late bird, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I can't really pick one, it has to be both.
Okay. Coffee or energy drinks?
I'll take coffee for
Coffee.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, coffee.
Okay. What motivates you more, money or freedom?
Freedom,
Freedom.
freedom.
100%. Uh, so far, what is your biggest I made it moment?
Hmm, that's a little tough one, but
Recently, maybe.
recently, I mean, I feel like recently I've been cutting less a little bit and being out more with like other businesses or focusing on a lot of other things that is gonna help me out in my future that I was kind of like leaving behind because I was so focused in being in one spot, which is behind the chair. So I feel like that, like going back to freedom would be a big one. That's
Okay.
just
How about the moment when you bought that Rolly? But that,
man, I wish it was a Rolly, but it's a Seiko.
oh, what?
Hey,
Okay.
everyone thinks this is a Rolex,
Oh,
but
shoot.
shout
Okay.
out Seiko, but
Hey,
this is like, hey,
Really?
you
yep.
know what?
Hey,
It
there you
passed for
go.
me.
Yeah, this you're probably like the fifth person that someone's like, "Dang, that's a nice Rolex." I'm like, "Hey, I wish, bro, but
Soon.
soon we'll
Soon.
get
Okay,
there
okay,
one
okay.
day."
I'll
One
remember.
day.
Yeah, we got that. We can refer back to this. Be like,
Mhm.
Yeah, he's gonna be listening to this one day, and then he's gonna look down. He's got a big old bust down Rolex.
let's see. One habit that changed your game.
One habit that changed my game is definitely consistency. Like a lot of it. I mean, a lot of people stress it. Whether any podcast, any um, like big influencer, whatever it is, being consistent is what's going to get you to where you want to be, and being goal driven as well. Because if you don't, I refer this all the time to like a video game. When you're playing a video game, you have to reach a certain level, you have to achieve something. But if you're just playing the video game just to play it, what are you gonna what's the enjoyment, you know?
Mhm.
And I think of life as like a video game. It's like, okay, if I don't write down my goals or something on my notebook, what am I doing in my life that I'm, going so hard for and I'm hustling for to get to, you know?
Mm.
If I have nothing, if I have no goals, I'm not goal driven. I don't have any. I'm not dreaming, So there's
Right.
really not much I
That's
can,
good.
work hard for. That's why. Let's say it could be like I don't know, saving $1,000, put it into your emergency fund, or I don't know, pay off 3 bills in advance or something like that. Like small little things like that makes you want to go to work and do it. You're like,
Mhm.
okay, I got to do this so I can get to here.
Yeah.
But if you have nothing planned out, then what are you working for? You know what I mean?
That's good.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
For that young entrepreneur out there that's listening, Yair, what would be one piece of advice you could give them so they can, if they're struggling with consistency, right? What would be one piece of advice you can give them so they can kind of figure out that issue that they're having?
One piece of advice and experience is consistency doesn't just mean it's a straight line and it goes up. It's like you can hit bumps throughout the road, but that's part of being consistent, you know?
Mm,
Because in everything, it's like you can start off in real estate or cutting hair, and you could be doing good. You know, you could be selling houses left and right, but then there might be like a little dry, a couple dry months, or same thing for cutting hair. A couple dry months, you're not cutting as much. But as long as you stay consistent throughout that time,
mm,
still marketing, still, trying to get as many leads as you can,
Mhm.
eventually it'll come right back up.
mm.
And then it'll keep climbing. It's like a stock market. Sometimes stocks go down
Yeah.
and you're like, dang, well, I'm losing. And then it goes right back up. That's
Yeah.
part of being consistent, It's not just all the way up. You gotta, it's stair stepping your way up there.
Never give up.
Yeah, never give up,
Never give
I
up.
like
basically.
that. The goal and have your goals outlined or have your goals, I don't say necessarily written, but know your goals. So know where you're going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Go to music before a showing or a meeting.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I'm Hispanic, so I listen to a lot of Hispanic music. I'm big on corridos, so there's this grupo called Los Dos de Tamaulipas.
Yeah.
Bro, those guys are bangers. Like I'm
Yeah,
telling
that's
you,
some
Yeah.
good
Are they
songs.
it's
really?
like
Yeah, that's some good
it's
music.
like
All right.
it's stuff that you go into your car or your truck or whatever, you turn it up, you're on go mode. Like
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
getting
Yeah.
I'm going up. You know
Like
what
the
I mean?
lyrics are talking about is like que quieres superar, like you want to reach
Yeah.
the next level.
Yeah.
Or
That's
they talk about your family or something like that. Like
yeah.
I'm not familiar too much in that genre, so you'll have to send me one or two.
I
'Cause
will.
I know you're big on those.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
have to
Yeah.
send
Yeah.
it to you.
Please
Mhm.
They're
as well.
nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Great choice.
Dream city to sell real estate in.
Dream city, probably like Miami, like by the beach side.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Let's see. Oh, what I can kind of guess, but what would you be doing if you're not in real estate?
What would I be doing if I wasn't in real estate? Well, back to, being a barber.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So if you weren't
obviously,
a barber and a real estate agent, what would you be doing?
what would I be doing? I would be in the contractor field, like building houses from the ground up. That's
Yeah,
another,
that's another one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
yeah,
good
it's
one.
another big
That's
one.
another good one. Yeah. Let's see. Biggest risk you've taken so far
Oof. Biggest risk
or
was literally like
recently?
recently was a Culture Cuts barbershop.
Okay.
So I was in between closing on my first home, like for myself. So I had like a month before, like prior to closing on my house, and it's like, okay, I have this much money saved up, but that's like an emergency fund for bills, for mortgage payment or whatever. And then I get this opportunity that Culture Cuts barbershop is going to be sold, and I'm like, dang man, the owner hits me up, and I had a really good relationship with him and everything. And
Mhm.
he's like, hey, I don't want this to go in bad hands of any investor or anything like that. I want someone that knows about this industry and someone that's gonna, treat the team right. And I'm like, dude, you put me on the spot because I'm about to close on my house in a month. And it's like, if I throw all my emergency money there and something happens, I'm taking the big hit. I don't know. Something told me, I was just like, well, back to like, thinking in my head, I'm like, I gotta take risk in order to win in life. So I'm like, hey, screw it. I'll go ahead and buy this barbershop and we'll see how it goes. And man, that's probably the best decision I've ever made. Dude, it really like it's paying off.
Dude,
Thank
that's
God.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
love that, man. That's
Dude,
cool.
my
That's-
heart sunk. I was like, dude, when I signed the paper and I was like, dude, is God got me and everything, but sometimes you feel in your heart is like a little, heart,
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
I don't know, but I took it and thank God is everything's going well.
Dude,
Oh
praise God,
man,
man.
Yeah,
dude, that's
praise God,
cool.
bro.
All right, last one, then we'll get into to our main discussion here. One piece of advice you give to your younger self.
Oof. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. So I think my younger self, I kept myself really accountable on everything. My parents, they don't really know English as much, so they weren't really like on me as much, like on my report cards or whatever it is. So I really kept myself really accountable for everything. But definitely like if I were to give myself like some advice, just probably rechecking the type of people that I was hanging out with.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, when you're such a nice person, they really take advantage of you. And
sure.
then for such a long time, once you don't talk to them, they want to come start talking to you when you got something figured out later on. And it's like, being the nice person is not always the best thing. Like you always kind of have to not always give your trust out so much. So it's
Right.
like giving my trust out and being super nice because I'll just be friendly, man. And just like, and then sometimes it happens and it backstabs you,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
being
yeah.
a
I
good
get
person.
that. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Dang, dude. For somebody out there who, maybe they're too nice, right?
Yeah.
And they have a difficult time maybe saying no, or I don't know, they want to be friendly, want to help
Hmm.
everyone. What advice would you give to them to kind of figure out and go in that direction where they can learn and be okay with saying no?
I mean, sometimes, man, I mean, you can be really nice. It could be like be as simple as lending $20,
Mm,
and it comes to the time to like, hey, I'll give you those $20 in a week. Cool. Goes to a week and you ask for your 20, and now they're mad at you because you're asking for your 20. It's like, dude, I just lend you that because I felt you wanted to help them, but
yeah,
now because you helped them, now you're the bad person because you're asking for your money
yeah,
back. So you see what I mean? So definitely, it's okay to say no. Like, there's nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, it's not your responsibility. It's their responsibility. So, it, I mean, my best advice is just be honest and be
right,
blunt. Just be like, hey, I just can't right now.
for sure.
Mm,
And if any other opportunity comes up, I'll be welcome to
Hmm.
to
yeah,
help
yeah,
you out.
Yeah, I've
yeah.
heard too when it comes to lending money, if you're gonna say yes, like be okay with the amount you're lending and not getting back, basically.
Yeah,
So if that amount is, if it's an uncomfortable number, and it makes you feel weird about not getting it back, don't don't lend it, right?
yeah,
I mean, that's what they say. But if you're okay with, I mean, knowing that you likely may not get it back, well, then I mean that's up to you, right? But again,
yeah,
Yeah,
like Jair
yeah,
was
yeah.
saying, that is that person's
yeah. It's
problem.
just like just a prime example. It just the word is very valuable.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty good, man.
Absolutely.
I look at
Mhm.
that already. I like you even more now. Yeah, no, it's pretty good, man. You're a bright, young man, dude. But yeah, let's get into this to today's main discussion about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to where you're at today. Tell us your connection with Northwest Arkansas and your family.
Okay, I was born here in Bentonville. I've been here for all my life. My family moved from Mexico. My dad, came from Mexico, started working in the agricultural fields in California, Stockton, California. He got his residency like a couple years after that, and then he was able to bring all my family over to Arkansas. And then from there on out, I've learned a lot from my dad as like hardworking. So obviously he's not this like he hasn't built this crazy empire. Like there's a lot of, families out there that, come from, different countries, and man, they got construction companies, they got big old, big cash flowing companies, but my parents weren't like that. They were just like se superaron poquito, and they're still, well, how would I say, like probably middle class people. The hunger and the determination of wanting your family to keep going, that stuck to me. So yeah, I've been here for what, 22 years now since I've been born. So yeah, man, I love Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas specifically. I've been to a lot of states, and there's nothing that compares like Northwest Arkansas, dude.
Yeah,
As much as it's like a lot of people say it's boring or whatever, to me, I like it. It's calm, it's peace.
yeah.
I've been to Miami, I've been to New York, and it's like, I don't know, dude. It's just too much people. It's
It's
just
good for a
way,
bit, right? It's
yeah.
good
It's
for a
just it's like 4 or 5 days. That's good enough. I want to come back to my house. Like I'm
Yeah,
done.
dude.
I'm
bit.
done with
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much,
yeah.
all the infrastructure and everything. Just you feel so claustrophobic. You feel like a tiny little ant running between all those little buildings and everything.
Yeah.
And here you feel like you're out. You're out in
Yeah.
the space.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing that we hear from our guests and even from outside of the podcast. A lot of people say that about Northwest Arkansas. I mean, I would have to agree, quite honestly, because I was born in Jersey, went to Miami, lived there for a bit, and then when I was 8 years old, we moved here, and I don't know, it's different. Like
It's
you go
very
to
calm.
different cities, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a different
There
experience.
was a time where I tried to think like why I felt like I was tired when I go to like bigger cities, and I kind of came to this kind of conclusion that I felt like here in Arkansas, when you're driving or when you're out in the town,
Mm,
since there's not so much infrastructure, your brain's not so like what is it called, like not aware, but it's not paying attention to all these things 'cause a car can pull out or a person come out
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever, right? But in a big city, you can have that like 24/7
Oh
or
yeah.
like, it's just obviously it is just like that. I was like, is that why I'm so tired when I go to big cities? Because I'm always like my brain is like on like overdrive mode and just paying attention to all like the lights and birds and planes and all these people on the road thinking, I gotta watch out for these people. But then like here, you're driving down like, I don't know, like Olive Street or like Walnut. You're like,
Just
oh,
going straight.
it's a smaller street, and
Yeah.
I don't really see people walking. I just see cars, so I have to just pay attention to that car, and that's it, right? I kind of was always like when I used to
Yeah.
come back and forth from California to here, I'd be like, why am I so tired?
So
Like
are you saying like maybe your brain's kind of
like
maybe
sensing like
overanalyzing
I
a
get,
little bit?
I
not
relate with you
overanalyze,
on
but
that for
like
sure.
it's just paying attention more. I guess there you go.
Gotcha.
I don't know what that would be like. Just paying
Just
attention.
being super alert.
Yeah,
You have to.
like you
Yeah.
just have to be
I mean,
alert.
here
and
you only really gotta be alert for the bikers. That's all about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
that's
just
true.
in case no one, crosswalks real quick and
Like you're in New York or Miami or LA, you're just like, dude, there's so much
you got
going
like
on, right?
100 people crossing the
Yeah,
crosswalk. You're like,
Dude,
oh
yeah.
dang.
yeah.
That's how I felt when we were in Seattle last September. It was like
Okay.
beautiful, beautiful city, but
So
damn, bro, it
overwhelming.
was
Yeah,
hella people,
yeah.
dude. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy, man. Well, yeah, you're here in Northwest Arkansas. You say your parents were your father, right? Say he came from California, came here. I guess a question that I think of is, do you see yourself leaving here, or is your connection very strong to our Northwest Arkansas area?
I cannot leave Northwest Arkansas. I can't. Like I've talked to so much people. When I cut hair, I talk to all my clients, and we've always talked about, hey, would you ever move? Just because they're curious. Dang, will I ever have you as my barber for the rest of my life or whatever? I'm like, I'm never gonna move here, but like move out of here, just because same thing is like it's super calm, like it's super peaceful. I don't think no matter what city you live in, it's nothing compares to like out there. It's just hectic out there,
Mhm.
I feel out in any different city, depending in the area, I feel like you always gotta check your shoulder for everything. Here in Arkansas, I feel like
That's
I'm
true
at
too.
peace.
Yeah,
I'm at peace. Like
that's
I
true
can
too.
walk anywhere and everything's, calm and chill. And um I mean just the area for business growth and everything like that. A lot of people that I know have like great thoughts of like let's say starting a business or something and they want to go out to a big state. And it's like, okay, well, because this big state has all the connections, I can make it out there. Not necessarily that doesn't mean that because think about it. I
Mhm.
always reflect this as like being the small fish in a big ocean. Right now, if you're in Northwest Arkansas, you're like the big fish in the small pond.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But let's say you go out to a big state, now you're the small fish in a
In the
big old
sea,
ocean.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's like
Right.
Northwest Arkansas to me is the best area in the United States, hands down.
I
That's
like it. Yeah,
Dude,
shout out, shout out.
it is really nice here, man. It's especially with the growth that we're seeing.
mhm.
Personally, I'm a big fan of it. I don't know, personally, I think it brings, helps our local economy, it helps maybe create jobs. I mean, for example, with the Whole Foods opening, how many jobs do you think that provide? I don't have the stats, but now people have income because somebody decided to invest in our area, right?
Mhm.
And then I think that applies all around in the growth that we're seeing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
All the development, all the
correct.
commercial development, housing, that's happening. I mean, it's pretty much nonstop
Yeah.
for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It seems like, and if
Yeah.
not even doubled in the last year.
Right.
For sure.
I mean, they're saying by 2050, our whole metropolitan area will be a population of a million people or more.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So I think right now we're at like 600,000, I think, counting all Northwest Arkansas.
Oh,
Everyone's
wow.
gonna have to start biking to work. 'Cause it'll be closer. It'll be easier to bike and faster to bike than getting in your car and then getting stuck in traffic. You know
That
what
is
I mean?
true.
Yeah.
You'll be like, well, I might as well just take a 20-minute bike ride than a 30-minute car ride. You know,
Right.
yeah, because of traffic, not because
Right.
Yeah.
it.
We got a
Right.
lot of trails too,
Yeah,
bike
and other
trails.
shows. Yeah, yeah,
Greenways and all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Your question for you.
Mhm.
So you're an entrepreneur. When did you know? When did you feel that inside you that you were gonna be an entrepreneur?
Mm.
Because I hear it very often. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So when did you know that it was meant for you?
Well, it was more like a reality check for me. At the time, I was a sophomore in high school. I was working at Marshall's and retail business, and that kind of like started like helped me think more in my brain. I was like, oh, okay, well, do I really want to work here for the rest of my life? Like, do I really see myself getting picked at for every little thing, or using my energy to make some. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's really no growth in that. You know what I mean? Like working for someone else,
Right.
and it's just like working for them, only. But you're not. Where are you growing? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I would always, research what books to read or what I don't know, coaches there are on YouTube that kind of help you out with mentorship. And what is his name? Robert Kawasaki or whatever his last name. I don't even know how to
Yeah,
pronounce
Robert
it.
Kiyosaki.
Kiyosaki. There you go. I read his book, The Rich Dad Poor Dad book.
Yeah, I love that book.
And man, it's like every time I see on a YouTube video, they'd be like, "Oh, well, read this book." I was like, "There's no way this book is gonna change your life," you know. But it did. Like honestly, you paying attention to it, and I've never been a book reader at all. Dude, I was the one. I was that one kid that would come into elementary school with this reading log, and I would sign in for my parents, and I never read a book. But I read that book, and after reading that book, it really switched something in my brain. I went back to writing my goals, and whatever that book told me, the 4 quadrants and how it talks about, I started writing those down, and I'm like, what can I do to get there? What can I do to get here? And what can I do to get,
Yeah.
stair stepping my way? And then I started writing plans, and it's just like comes back to relating to like a home. There's a lot of people that try to wait till like I don't know, they'd be like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing." And then that month something comes up and they want to buy that house. Their credit score is not there or their debt to income ratio is not there. It's better like let's say if they have a year to get to where they want, build a plan so then at least you know where you're at. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I feel like there that's where it kind of clicks like I want to be my own boss and just scale up and help other people in kind of whatever I learn. I'm not a gatekeeper at all. I hate gatekeeping. So anything that comes into my brain,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, here you go. Feed it on, I'll feed it onto you.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you either I give it to them or they'll figure it out on their own.
Right.
But I mean, if I can, help them, learn it before they even have to go themselves and go ahead,
Absolutely.
Man, that's very kind. That's very, yeah, very nice of you to share that knowledge. I think Propile very similar in that sense too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't cost us anything to help someone out
Mm-mm.
who asks us a question. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Like,
Yeah.
what's the harm in that?
Yeah.
Like,
It's more a satisfaction thing. Like after you help them out and then they do it and they do great, it's like, dang, dude, like, just my
Yeah.
words really helped out.
yeah,
It's like building the community or building the relationship, and then it's just like a friendship. And you kind of just
Yeah.
correct.
that's how you build like the future together in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
I-
I mean, it also shows that people can trust you.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
as well, right? Reputation. Yeah, 100%.
I think reputation is pretty important, dude, especially when it comes to being trustworthy and not even with just clients, but friends, family,
And
partners.
when you have to run a business too, I mean, if anything, like if I weren't to have, told most of the barbers that worked there, like for example at Exit, a lot of them sat in my chair when I was in the garage, like before I even started, like when I was barely starting to cut hair, and they would tell me like, "Hey, what clippers do I have to use in order to cut this type of hair? What do I have to do to get my barber's license or whatever?" And it's just like those little quick little tips go a long way, and then now all of them
Yeah.
are part of the team, and it's like it goes back to reflecting like don't gatekeep any information or just be a little bit of a little nudge to
Yeah.
help them go through.
Yeah.
And maybe later on they'll come back to you and be like, "Hey man, I appreciate it." And it
Yeah.
does go a long way.
Shout out Flacco, my barber. He cut me up nice. I'm kind of bummy right now, but yeah, he cut me good, man.
Did he?
Yeah,
I like that.
he's there in his shop.
Oh, is he?
Flacco.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I like that.
He's
That's
funny as hell, dude. He be cracking me out, dude.
That's
He
hilarious.
say
Well,
some wicked-
Flacco's so funny.
So tell us. So earlier, for the audience, we mentioned that the YB has his 3 locations. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Where are they at?
Okay, so the first ecstasy, it's not just me, it's me and my business partner, Gian. That ecstasy is on 8th Street. It's address is 1711 South 8th Street, so right next to La Taqueria Real Jacona, over there by that big old road by La Taranda and everything like that. So that's the first location. The second ecstasy location, it is coming soon, and that is right next to where the Boys and Girls Club is on 8th Street, and there's like a cricket on the corner. Everyone knows it as the
Yeah.
Plaza de la Villita or de la Popular,
Yeah.
So we're right next door to the Western, I think Western Boot Store or whatever it is.
Herradura,
Yeah, something like
Next to
that.
the Popular.
Ándale, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right next to it, we're hoping to open up maybe this upcoming month. We'll see. And then my other barbershop is Culture Cuts Barbershop, and that is I think that's on Dixieland Road over there by Arvis and Regions Bank. So it's kind of a little hidden.
It's kind of
Oh,
by
okay.
like off of Walnut.
Yeah, so there's that new Washington Urgent Care. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a plaza right to the left of it, and it's kind of hidden in
Yeah,
little
yeah,
suite.
yeah. Like
But
Papa Murphy's there, I think, right?
Yeah,
Pizza place.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you go in there, and you'll see the barbershop. And I mean, if you ever go need a haircut, you just go walk in or give us a call.
Tight.
or on
Tight.
Google, so we're good.
Do you can make appointments? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
Cool.
make appointments. You can walk in. Just give us a call. Give
Good.
us a text.
Yeah, it's a nice shop. I like going to. Actually,
Okay.
Flocka's been cutting my hair for I don't even know how long now,
Probably
bro.
like over a year.
Over a year
Yeah,
now.
two probably.
Probably almost 2
2
years.
years.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
Cool
looking
guy.
nice and crispy, dog. I don't
I'm
know.
telling you,
Just
Thor is
great.
my guy.
Thor? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Shout out Thor, man.
Shout out to Thor,
Shout
man.
out to Thor, man.
Yeah. The previous guest that we did was also a barber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, out in Pea Ridge, called Thor's
Thor?
Barbershop.
Thor's
It's next to
barbershop.
the Dollar General.
Out in
Huh.
Pea Ridge. Are you ever in Pea Ridge often, or?
Well, I live in Pea Ridge.
That's right. Your house is
Yeah.
in Pea Ridge. That's right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
live in Pea
Yeah,
Ridge.
yeah.
You know where the Walmart is out there?
Yeah.
So
the
it's
neighborhood Walmart,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the
Dollar
Dollar General
General, yeah.
before you get to Twice the Ice. Is it the little ice machine spot?
It is before. Is that is that plaza? They have like a
Where the Battlefield Laundry is at area?
basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but
It's inside.
it's like a unique space, right?
It's like the location's inside. You have to go through the hallway, like go through the door, open the hallway, and then yeah. So he was our previous guest.
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So his episode releases this week.
Yeah.
So we'll be.
Oh, that's
it'll be
pretty
up.
dope.
Yeah, he's got a unique story of how he actually acquired that shop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He's
It's
cool.
pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool to hear. Like any like entrepreneur, barber, whoever it is, like it's cool to see like how they're coming up, or how they got the opportunity to get there.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Super cool.
So earlier you talked about a challenge or a lesson that really shaped you, and it sounded like it was the Rich Dad Poor Dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But is there another lesson or challenge that shaped the person you are today that you can think of?
Probably just like, my parents. Just looking up to my parents since they're a little bit older. Like they had me at an older age, and I feel like, I mean, you don't know when your parents will leave this world, but I feel like since they're a little bit older, I would want them to see all my success before they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I want
Wow.
to, I want my parents to see what they built. So that's probably one
That's
big
pretty good.
challenge.
It's pretty special. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta be honest. Yeah, it's pretty special.
I think I mean it says, if I'm not mistaken, in the Bible, you honor your mother and honor your father, right? If I'm not mistaken. And so I think kind of keeping them in mind when you're doing what you have to do is super important, because I mean I'm the same way, dude. I think about my mother all the time.
All the time.
My father all the time. My mother's such a hardworking woman. For a long time, she actually took care of her family because my father was sick with cancer for many, many years, and he couldn't work. And so when I think about what we do, I'm like, okay, well, think about my mom. Right? I think it'd make her so proud, and if I could ease some burden from her, so I can relate to that 100%. And I'm sure our audience as well, Carlos also here can kind of think about that. So powerful, man.
Yeah, who doesn't want to like take care of their parents because they took care of you for so many years? It's like that's their way of repaying,
Absolutely, dude.
Well,
absolutely.
It's hard. I just want to add this. I had my son a few months ago, and hearing that now hits totally different than it did before. So very special. I love it. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
You think, Enrique?
You're getting that second ecstasy opened up right now. Is that part of your focus, or what are you focused on right now, and what's kind of getting you excited in this stage or this point in your career at the moment?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely right now. It's like one of my biggest priorities. But my other main focus is just real estate, because if it's not for real estate, I want to have all this like time and freedom to go and focus on this other business. But definitely, the goal is to open up as many X's as we can. It's like we're looking at every Casey's down the road, because Ecstasy 1 is like right down the street from Ecstasy 2, probably 4 or 5 minutes. And it's like, it's just so, it's like a big satisfaction for me and my business partner getting to see what we built at, such a young age, being 19 years old when we first got and then like getting to see, okay, we're driving down 5 minutes and we see their second location. We drive another 5 minutes, we see our third location, and it's just crazy to me. So definitely that's a big focus right there.
Sky's the limit, dude.
Sky's the limit.
Especially here,
the Milky Way.
I mean, I think God puts those dreams and those aspirations in us for a reason. He doesn't let us know we can do that if it wasn't possible, And so I think that's really powerful, man. And I guess kind of going into our next little part, I guess what would be some advice for someone who's getting started, or they're thinking about their next step, being that you're already kind of showing proof that it's working. What would you tell that person?
Some advice, like, I mean, I'll give 2 examples. For someone that's a barber and they're barely starting out, one thing that I tell everyone, because a lot of barbers they get scared when they start cutting hair for the first time. They're like, dude, I'm gonna mess this person up or whatever. It's like when you're first starting and you're not in barber school and you don't have a professional license attached to your name, mess up as many haircuts as you want. You know, get it all out of the way because that's the only way you're gonna learn. You know, but if you start messing up when you have a professional, license attached to your name, now you're gonna be the bad guy. You know, because you have the expectations are there. You're professional. You
Right.
have to do a great job. But
Been certified.
you're certified.
Yeah.
But if you're just cutting out of your garage, you're a little younger, you don't have all that experience, and you're messing up, it's expected,
Right.
You're trying to learn. Um, but yeah, for sure, do that. Stay consistent. Marketing is the best thing you can do. Um, and for the real estate world, um, back again, just try to create a game plan for your clients. Make sure that you make them feel like you're there throughout every step. One thing that's helped me with my leads is like back to what I told you guys at the coffee is like responding quick. Even though sometimes it sucks that you might have a lot of like emails or messages that you're blowing up, but it's like your quick response is what kind of like I guess grabs their attention. It's like, okay, this guy's really wanting to help me out. And if you just leave them on deliver for like 10 hours or 15 hours, it's just like, oh, dang, I guess this guy doesn't really want to help me out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So definitely, keeping up with your leads and informing them as many things that there's there possible that they can do. And, just keeping up their head high. If something that doesn't, let's say it could be credit score, it could be, I don't know, financials, whatever, as long as you got them with some information and give them like a solution to their problem, then, I mean, they'll stick with you. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
powerful.
I think it's important to think of it like switch, right? Because many times I think in our business, we've had that feeling where somebody hits us up for help. Oh, wait, I want to buy a house. I want to sell my house. And you respond to them and then they don't answer you, right? So think of
Mhm.
it, how would they feel? It's already pretty tough for them to kind of reach out to us in the first
Yeah.
place because buying a house is a big deal, right? It's a big financial decision. And so it takes a lot of courage for them to even reach out
Yeah,
to
that's
us.
very true.
And so I think if we put ourselves in their shoes and we don't hear anything back, which has happened before from other people, it doesn't feel that good, right? And so I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think just being attentive and being on top of that, I think is a great piece of advice. It just shows customer service and a good respect, I think, for the person and their time.
And then some people like it could be going through their head at that time, and then they send that message and they're like super excited to get a response back.
Mhm.
And then 15 hours passes by and they're just like, I don't want a house no more. I don't want to, I could care less about this information. But
It
if
is
it's still
like that.
fresh in their mind and
It
in
is.
that moment, they'd be like, okay,
Absolutely.
you dig in more deep into details. And then they're like, oh, dang, it's actually pretty possible,
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
never know after that message and he ignores you or whatever, like you took forever to, send that message back. He might not talk about a house again in the next year or so. So that
Yeah.
text could really change.
It's very true.
Absolutely.
You're seizing that opportunity really,
Yeah.
or I might say this, you're doing everything you can to seize that
Yep.
opportunity. I guess you can't come back and say you missed it, right? Because you didn't
Yeah.
take 15 hours to respond.
Hmm.
Now it's back on the other person to say, oh, okay, I just got responded to. Now am I
Yeah.
gonna not say anything or yeah, so
Yeah.
it's very true. YB, something we do on this podcast, we love doing our shout outs here. And every time we have a guest, we always want to give an opportunity for our guest here
Mhm.
to give a shout out to a team, an organization, coworkers, anyone that you want to. Who would that be?
Dude, I mean, if I probably man, shout out all of Northwest Arkansas at this point. There's so many.
Easy. Cool.
Shout out the Picasso team. Shout out Juan. Shout out all of XC. Shout out all the culture cuts. Like, just shout out. I can shout out everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone has done a great part, not only in my life, but probably a lot of other people's lives too. So
Yeah.
everyone deserves a shout out, not just one
Absolutely.
specific.
I like it. I like it. It's
Absolutely.
very easy. Kind of just an umbrella
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. YB, I think our audience and even us here, we've got the sense that you are truly a proud Arkansas
Oh,
native.
The Arkansas man.
So I mean, as you know, our podcast is what SO NWA, right?
Mhm.
We love Northwest Arkansas. We love
Mhm.
talking about it. Talk to us, YB. Are there any parks, trails, or any outdoor spots that you'd recommend to get that full Arkansas experience from maybe somebody who I don't know, they're new here or maybe they're here but they don't really know what to do? What,
Mhm.
what would you recommend to them?
I mean, some spots. I mean, recently I like the new hotel that they made over there at the Bentonville Square, the Compton Hotel.
Yeah.
Dude, that spot is beautiful. Like
Yeah.
If you want to experience a little bit of Bentonville, go to that spot. Trails, like I like going to what is it called? The Compton Gardens over there
Oh, yes.
by Bentonville.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I like either going to the
Behind, Crystal Bridges, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
there you
yeah, yeah,
go.
yeah.
I love that because obviously you'll end up in Crystal Bridge and you get to see some of the artwork and stuff like that. So
Yes.
I really like that area a lot for sure. And I mean, I'm not really big on, I mean, I'm an outdoor person, but I don't really go as much on trails. That's the only thing that
Right.
sucks. I haven't really experienced, even myself that I live here, I haven't really experienced all of Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I like going around the Cross Church area. There's some, Greenway trails.
Oh yeah, those are very nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much it where I've been.
Dude, have you been on a flip trip yet? Down the
Uh,
river?
Elk River, I haven't.
Or any of them?
I've been to Elk River, but
Okay.
I haven't been on a float trip.
Okay.
I seen those get pretty cool.
Yeah, no,
They
some
were-
are like, what is
they
it? The Elk, not the Elk. What's one in Missouri? Is that the Elk?
It's I think it is Elk River.
Oh, okay.
yeah, Elk
That
River.
one's a little, different.
I've
Mhm.
done it with
We need
my
to do-
my
we need
suegros
to do one.
and obviously my girl and the brothers. It gets pretty funny, dude.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah, no, the Elk River is a different. That's entertainment. Going down the river.
You get
Oh.
some pretty unique folks there. Like
That's
I
a
remember I
that's
saw
a-
this one dude. He was literally
That's a
on
college.
he was on a fucking kayak and he was just smoking a big spliff, dude. Like he just gets super high. Like it gets crazy. Dude.
No, but there's definitely different. There's other rivers or
Mhm.
the floats that you can do.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean it's very peaceful. You can like just kind of go off the bank and just hang out and
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I like too, where you can just kind of pool over, if you will, and like there might be like swimming holes throughout the
Yeah.
river.
Oh, man,
dude,
dude.
it's dope, man.
Yeah,
This
I
is
was- you
really
gotta do
I was
more.
supposed to go on one, but I think it was a time where it was like a bad thunderstorm or something, and then the
Oh,
river was
man.
over flooding,
Yeah.
and
That-
so it's like they just canceled their trip. It's like, dang. Well,
What's crazy is about a float trip is if it rains like the day before, sure,
the water
the
level.
water level rises,
Mhm.
but then usually it's like super dirty because all the dirt and
Yeah,
sediment
yeah.
like
sediment.
comes up, so then you're kind of like floating on a dirty river, and
Yeah.
it can take like half a day or a day for it to settle back
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
So but then it's like, well, I was gonna go on if it rained, I don't know, like let's say if it rained like Friday night, well, you probably don't want to go Saturday. I mean, you still
Yeah.
can. So then you like, well, I don't want to go Sunday. It's the day before I have to go back to work.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, I'll just go next weekend. And then
Mhm.
that's kind of what happened.
And
Kinda
then next
happened, yeah.
weekend doesn't happen.
Then next
and
week don't happen. I know.
like
Yeah.
next year.
Next year.
Next year,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I said this year. This is the
Man.
year.
Yeah.
What's a restaurant, cafe, or food spot here in Arkansas that always leaves a good impression to you?
Ooh. Dude, I'm big on my food, so for barbecue, I like Wright's barbecue.
Hell yeah,
Bro,
dude.
Wright's barbecue that's spot on, dude.
Bro, it is so
I can't.
It's good.
fire,
It's
man.
good.
It's worth the
Hey,
the hype.
Enrique didn't have rice barbecue until half a year ago.
You told me. You're the one who
A year
made
ago?
me try
He
it the
put you
first
on?
time. He
Yeah.
put me on, bro. Everyone would tell me, right, go to Rights. Francisco told me to go to Rights. I'm like, yeah, I'll go eventually. I'll go.
And we just went, just to like, hey, you want to have lunch today? And
Mhm.
where do you want to go? Let's go to Wright's.
Dude,
Hey, Wright's
gas, bro.
it's
good.
like
fire.
some people might think I'm crazy, but me and my girl, we go to Texas a lot. I think, in my opinion, Wrights is better than some of the spots out in Dallas.
Oh,
Like, easily. Like
Easily.
we got really good barbecue here. Like
It's
it
pretty
beats
good.
a lot of them.
It's pretty good.
For sure.
Wright's barbecue is top
For
tier.
sure, man.
For another things is I like this other food truck called La Carreta. I don't know if y'all ever been.
Where's that at? Is it here in Rogers?
They have one in Lowell and they have one in Rogers.
Where's that?
The one in Lowell is right by El Acámbaro, the new restaurant.
okay.
It's a little hidden.
Okay.
So you get to the stoplight and then you just turn right, and then like probably 10 seconds down the road, you
Bro, I
see
feel
the
like-
red
I
little
feel
food
like
truck.
I know what you're talking about.
It used to be behind, like right in front of like this big old sign that had like a blue car. It said something collision on it, going on the way to Lowell, and right before you get to the Seven Brew in Lowell.
Okay.
Yeah, it used to be there, but then they changed the location right down the road.
Okay.
And the Rogers one is over there by Jake's Hot Chicken.
Jake's Hot Chicken. I know where that's at.
okay,
That's
okay.
right on Walnut.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
right next to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you get from there?
I get the el burrito de asada.
burrito
El burrito de asada, top tier.
Bro,
My
I
dad
Todo.
loves burritos.
I went to Latrano this morning.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
got a burrito?
Burrito.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Come on, dog. That on the course is gonna be
Yeah.
fire, dog.
It's good, man.
That's crazy. I've never been to La Tarana to eat.
Bro, you gotta go.
Everyone's been telling me, they're like, oh,
Bro,
It's
they
good.
have
It's
the
good.
best tacos, like hands down.
Yeah?
Tacos de asada, bro, they're gas.
They're
dude.
pretty. I mean, it's
So
it's
good.
very good.
It's pretty
for sure.
solid?
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
solid.
like the tacos de tripas too,
Oof.
but dog, like they're not for everyone, but dude, they
Oh,
smack
hey.
there, dog.
I'm not a picky person, dude. Anything you put in my, I'm taking it down. I'm taking it down, bro.
Oh,
Dude, that's
man.
hilarious.
YB, is there a community event or an activity you think visitors should always check out when they come to this area?
I mean, if you're in time for like a concert, definitely the Walmart amp. The
Bro,
Walmart amp, it gets
did you see that they
it's
have a good
popping.
lineup this year?
Oh yeah, Peso
Peso
Pluma,
Pluma.
Tito
He's coming
Lepe,
out, like, in
Cali
I think
Uchis is coming too.
Yeah,
Little
they
Wa-
just announced that one
Little
today,
Wayne.
right?
Oh yeah,
Little Wayne's
Wayne.
coming too.
I think, is it Kesha coming?
Kesha's coming too.
I don't listen, but I mean that I
Yeah.
feel like that's a big name to come to
Dude,
such
they
a
they
They
brought
need
some heat
to
Yeah.
they need to bring back Junior H though. That concert
for
was
real.
dope,
Man,
man. I
they-
love
they
that.
need
They gotta
guy.
bring back
I'm-
a jambalaya or something.
Something, dog.
Man, they need to bring Nickelback straight up.
Come on, bro.
I am a
Talk about-
Nickelback fan. They need them to come
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Are they even still like playing live or
I don't
no?
know.
Probably not, right?
Young kid, man.
The first time I heard a Nickelback song was I don't remember if it was the first Spider-Man or the second Spider-Man with
first
Tobey
one.
Maguire.
It was the first
It's like the crazy like that
Yeah,
song
I
they
think I've
made.
only heard one Nickelback song.
Bro, they hit hard.
I don't
man.
even know their
Every-
names, but I'll probably figure it out if I
Yeah.
listen to it. You know?
Yeah, they're not bad, but I mean they're like a older
What are you saying?
rock.
I'm-
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Hey, I'm not saying
Ah.
nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
No, man.
You're in
I'm
your
not saying
prime.
nothing.
It's all yours.
That's funny.
No, man.
Dang.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Mhm. Well,
Man.
YB, you know, it's we're kind of getting here towards the end of our podcast wrapping up, but something that we also do, and I'll let Juan Carlos read the question because it's from his trusted barber.
Sure.
But what we like to do to connect all the episodes really
Mhm.
is we have our previous guest leave a question for our next guest.
Ooh,
So
that's
Thor
pretty
the barber left a question for you.
Okay.
And Juan Carlos, go ahead.
Yeah. So Thor, he said, throughout your career journey, what is a regret that you have had?
Mm. Dang, that put me on the spot. That's a good question. A regret?
That's kind of how I felt when he said it too. I was like, damn, that's a good question.
He said his too.
He did, right?
Yeah, he did say it. Yeah,
That's a really good question.
and he also didn't know who our next guest was because we
Correct.
weren't sure.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I regret. Back to what I said is like everything happens for a reason, and I feel like that I don't really have any regrets. Like honestly, everything that's happened to me, good or bad, is still helping me keep standing right now in this moment. So honestly, I couldn't say I have any regret just because everything's going pretty
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah,
Like everything
pretty
that
good.
happened in your life made
Yeah.
you who you are.
You know, I
today.
feel as long as you're still standing and you're doing great and nothing really has negatively impacted you,
Mhm.
whatever you've done in your past, regretful or not, like it's still,
Who made you our
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, basically. So
Yeah, I feel that.
I wouldn't feel like I have any regrets.
Wow. This guy's just dropping gold nuggets this whole episode, man. This guy's so smart.
Bing,
dude.
bing, boom.
We need to connect him with Mike.
Oh God, you need to connect with Mike Dooley, man.
Yeah,
That
Mike's
guy's
cool.
super smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's cool.
Entrepreneur, has several businesses. I think you would get a kick out of having a conversation with him.
That'd be pretty cool.
Pretty cool guy, man. Very cool guy.
So, YB, now it's your turn to leave a guest.
Ooh.
To leave a question for our next guest.
Be a
And,
question. Again. Dang.
Could be simple, easy.
Yeah, big or small.
I mean, it's kind of like going back to the and it's sort of regretful thing, but if you could have, not really, well, if you could have ventured out to something else besides what business you're working in or whatever you're doing,
Mhm.
what would it be?
Okay.
So, if you could venture out to another business, what would it be?
Yeah, what would
Okay.
it be?
Okay.
And then kind of like if you ventured out to that, would you ever make your way back to what you first
What you're
started?
doing now?
Yeah, to what you're doing now. Because
I see.
something could happen in that business that could like stir you away from never touching the prior business you ever had. And
Right.
it could open different doors. So
Right. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. I was just writing that down for our next guest. So nice. Well, brother, I mean, it's good to have you on. It's
Thank
good to
you.
know you a little bit more now. I feel like, I mean, I say this in all the episodes. Or sorry, I say in some of the episodes, but I feel it in every episode. Like now, there's like a personal connection
Yeah.
with our guests because now we feel like we know each other a little bit more, and it's just like the SO NWA family, type
Mhm.
thing. So it's cool. We really appreciate you coming.
Yeah, I
We
appreciate you guys.
your
Thank you.
time, your all the things that you do, and even giving us just this hour or just this time is a
Mhm.
privilege and an honor to have you here because you can be doing anything else, but you decided to
Right.
take some time with us. So thank
It's
Yeah.
all
you.
good.
No, man, we really, really appreciate it. Enrique, anything?
Yeah, no, just kind of reiterating, I think time is very important. You chose to spend an hour with us. Again, I'm super appreciative. I've been wanting to get you on for a while, so I'm glad we made it happen, you know?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I think you're a big inspiration for people that's around our age
Oh,
and
for sure.
even younger kids, man. And so I'm glad you got to share your story, part of your testimony. And thank you again, man. I'm really, really honored that you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And YB, is there anything that you want to promote for yourself or any of your businesses? You feel free to.
I mean, just follow me on Instagram, YB the Realtor. I mean, you'll see more real estate stuff than haircut stuff now. You know, my Instagram's there. You know, if you ever have any questions about either haircuts or you need need some information about a home or how to get, started, send me a message. My phone number is 479-270-7836. Just feel free. I'm here to help anyone. So
Oh, we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guys, as well, if you ever need any information regarding the podcast, regarding real estate, regarding any of our previous guests or current guests, you can always reach out to us at our Instagram at SO NWA podcast or our email at SONWA podcast@gmail.com. So, but thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you guys.